Hey everyone, it's Ryan, and I love to smoke. And it's been a while since I've reviewed anything, so today I've got a treat. It is the Natural American Spirit Red Full-Bodied Cigarette. I found these on a recent trip out of state. These were purchased at Buc-ee's just south of Athens, Alabama, about a week or so ago, and I haven't seen these on shelves here in Indiana, so seeing them, I immediately asked to purchase a pack and did. These ran about $9, so a little cheaper than here in Indiana. One thing that was interesting I learned is Alabama has a state tax just like we do in Indiana, but then every county assesses their own tax, and that's something I'm kind of familiar with growing up around the Chicagoland area, because you had the state of Illinois stamp on the packs, and then you had Cook County, and then the city of Chicago. So this pack has two stamps on it. The green one is the state of Alabama, and the county one is Limestone County, where these were purchased. And these cigarettes are made by the Santa Fe Natural Tobacco Company, which I believe is conglomerated with R.J. Reynolds, and its date format follows that of R.J. Reynolds' product. So if that's correct, A, B, C, D, E, F, so that would have been July of 2023 that these were made. So these are about a year old. I shouldn't really expect them to be super fresh, but here, let's get all sides of the pack in there for everyone to see. There we go, there's the top of the pack. Yeah, there we go, that's correct. And then let's look at the bottom here. There you go, that way you guys have a good look at all sides of the pack. So there we go. All right, so overall pack design, it certainly would appear to me that they're trying to play on that it is a full flavored cigarette. Full disclosure, I'm not the world's biggest fan of American Spirit. They burn way too long, and they tend to be difficult to draw on in some cases. But I'm going to approach these with an open mind because they are a deviation from the design of the rest of their packs. So I'm going to assume that it's them trying to imitate other popular full flavored smokes. So let's go ahead and tear the cellophane off. Cellophane's coming off the pack nice and clean. So let's go ahead and open those up. All right, $1 off my next pack. And of course, expiration already passed on June 3rd of this year, so that's kind of a bummer. White paper on the inside of the packs, that is something that also I believe all of R.J. Reynolds has switched to. My regular Smoke Lucky Strike Gold 100s has this now, and same for the Pall Mall non-filters that I bought. Going back to these cigarettes, tearing that paper out also came out nice and clean. I usually don't tear the back piece out, but looks like a cork style filter with a actual white filter itself inside. And take that out of the pack here. It definitely smells interesting. Not overwhelming, but you'll see there that it's got the standard Natural American Spirit gold band around it, and then the bird printed on it, so that's the filter side. And tobacco actually looks fairly light, so let me see if I can get you a good view of that. Perforations on the filter. Actually might have some perforation, so let me see if I can hold that up closer for you to see. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Smell of the cigarette, it just kind of has a mildish tobacco smell. Not like a really strong smell, but nice tobacco-ish smell. Dry pop. Dry pop actually has a nice taste to it. So for this video, I'm using a red Bic lighter, match the red pack of the cigarettes here, and my black plastic outdoor ashtray. I'm sitting outside. It's a little humid today. So what we're going to do next is we're going to give the American Spirit Red a light and check it out. All right, first impression, this doesn't taste like an American Spirit. It doesn't appear to burn like one either. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't really think to try to press on it, but this doesn't feel quite as stiff as their regular product. Let me look on here. So it says Natural American Spirit, tobacco ingredients, tobacco and water. All right. And on the back of the pack, real simple, different. Our full-bodied red style is true to our American heritage, crafted with 2 simple tobacco ingredients, whole leaf tobacco and water. The result is a classic bold taste. AmericanSpirit.com, made in our zero waste to landfill factory, full-bodied taste. But this is burning much more like a traditional cigarette. Let's go ahead and try and draw on it and see what kind of body I can really get out of this thing. Okay, so there's kind of that like background taste of American Spirit. I traditionally find them to be kind of dry and harsh. This had a very little kind of like on the back end taste of that, but otherwise pretty pleasant. Let's see how it goes inhaling real deep. You know, I gotta say, I was skeptical going into this because I'm not a big fan of American Spirit, but I actually do like the cigarette. It kind of, in a way, reminds me of a Marlboro Red, but it's not an ass kicker like a Marlboro Red is. It's still mellow. It doesn't have that real, like, harsh and burn your throat taste that I usually get when trying American Spirit. And I guess it would make sense since these are, I suppose, to try and capture a demographic outside of their regular customers. I'm going to admit, I really enjoy this. So, for the most part, it is still burning evenly. It is burning faster than I believe American Spirits do. I think the only other 2 varieties I've reviewed here on this channel were the American Spirit Sky, which is basically a lights with a charcoal filter. Those were really smooth and pleasant. I remember liking those. And the American Spirit non-filter, which, you know, was also a pretty decent cigarette. But yeah, this is pretty good. Let's try and find out if I can get smoke, if I can identify any perforation in the filter with smoke. I do see a very little bit coming out the filter. So I'm going to say this probably does have some perforation, so it's not going to be a true full flavored cigarette. Letting some kind of air mix in with the cigarette smoke. And you can see, looking on the filter part that's burned here, it does have some lighter ring around the edge. So that's a good indication as well that it's a perforated filter. But if I inhale and put my finger on the edge of the filter, you can kind of see smoke coming out of those perforations. Let me see if I can do it with my other hand and get you a better angle. Doesn't look like it. You'll just have to take my word for it here that there are some small perforations on this filter. Still burning faster than I believe American Spirits usually do, and I don't pack cigarettes in general anyway. I do know the rule is you really shouldn't pack American Spirit anyway because they're already hard to pull on. So far, so good though. Still burning nice and even. And the taste doesn't really seem to be changing all that much towards the end. It's getting a little warmer, but that's because the flame is closer to the filter. But I'm pleasantly surprised with these cigarettes. Quite a fan. I know I'm getting to the end here, so let's go ahead and get into the reviews because I don't know how fast it's going to burn at the end. Most cigarettes burn more when they get closer to the filter. So body on this cigarette, I'm going to give it an 8. It is a nice, respectable red or bold or full flavor-ish kind of taste or body on it. So we'll give that an 8. Taste, Let's give taste on this cigarette a 7. Since I'm near the filter now, I am starting to get a little more of that hot and harsh flavor out of it, and the filter does seem to have collapsed on me. It is pleasant. I don't not enjoy it. It is pretty good. So I think a 7 is going to be fair. Burning characteristic for the cigarette, I'm going to give this an 8. It burned a little faster than usual American Spirit, which is okay, because that's one of my primary complaints about them is it takes a half hour to smoke a cigarette. But this one pleasantly surprised me. Does not seem characteristic of the other American Spirit cigarettes that are on the market here. Certainly one that I haven't been able to find in central Indiana so far. Overall, I think the cigarette's deserving of an 8. Would I finish this pack? Yeah, I'm going to finish them. Not bad. I tended to enjoy them. Will I buy them again? Probably not. And that's just because American Spirit isn't my brand. I'm not a big fan of them. It's not that there's anything wrong with the cigarettes. It's just not something I enjoy. For the price, though, $9 is a little steep even for Alabama, where I had purchased these. I was able to get my regular smoke for just over $5 a pack, and then you get to buy 2 packs and get a discount. I didn't look and see if the same was true on these, but I didn't want more than 1 pack. So overall rating, the American Spirit Red full-bodied cigarette, I'm going to give them an 8. And I think that's because it's a decent cigarette, just not my thing overall. So what other cigarettes do you want to see reviewed on this channel? I've got a few more packs lined up that I'm going to try and get reviewed and released here as soon as I can. But these overall, not too bad. I'm pleasantly surprised. So if you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe, share it with another smoker friend of yours, and some advice. If you are not a smoker, don't take this video as advice to start smoking. Smoking is an addictive habit that is difficult to quit. I've now been a smoker for about 25 years. I've tried quitting a couple of times. It doesn't work. It also doesn't help that I enjoy smoking. But if you're not a smoker today, don't start smoking. If you are a smoker and want to quit, check with your state. Most programs have something available for you. So I'm Ryan. I review cigarettes. Have a good day.